Welcome back to Doc the Journey, week 176. If you don't know what this is or who I am, my name is Ollie and I'm currently building Boundless Media, a wellness and CBD marketing company, and an art brand side hustle called Dough Display. So this is the last episode of 2023. We don't really go over kind of dates and stuff. We just do weeks from when I started kind of this whole journey, really. And we've just moved in to our new place, which is really exciting. I moved in like 3 days ago, I think it was. Had the keys for a couple of weeks, and very exciting time right at the end of the year. So hopefully it's a good time to do it so that you can kind of start the year off good, which I'm really excited for. But obviously there's a lot of shit, as you can see. Like, there's just stuff everywhere. This is clean. Like, I've organized this for this video so you don't think I'm a slob of some sort. But yeah, there's just boxes everywhere, lots to do. And I figured this would be a good time to kind of sit down and document this, because the whole point of this is so that I can look back in the future and see where I've come from, you know, the different parts of the process. So the last time I did one of these, I was just about to have like I was really excited for this kind of show I was going to go to with Boundless. I'd had a videographer hired and we were going to go to the CBD show, which is what it was called, so that I could meet some CBD clients and some current clients and hopefully bring on some new ones as well. And it actually turned out to be just this massive scam. So they actually ran off with like hundreds of thousands of pounds. None of my money, luckily. I had a free ticket. I was just going to go along to meet various different clients. But some people I've spoken to had paid a lot of money for a stand. And that was really unfortunate. But it just shows that these kind of things happen. And I just wanted to touch on it because I was really excited for it. I thought it was going to be a really cool thing to pump out a bunch of content from there. I spent like a couple of £100 on some new equipment and stuff. But yeah, so that was a bit strange. But the good thing that's kind of come out of it is that I went kind of ham with Dough Display. I mean, my initial goal for November and December was £2,500. And let me pull this up here. You can see that we've absolutely smashed that goal. Now, for a lot of people, you might think that £2,500 isn't a lot of money. Now, what you've got to remember is that this is a side hustle for me, and I'm physically making every single product. If you don't know what these are, let me pull these up here. So they're these here, these displays. And as you can see, we've got reviews on here now, which is really cool. Some real positive reviews from actual real customers, which is cool. So this is one. Looks cool in my son's room on the wall. He loves it. All his gamer friends think it looks great in the background. Great customer service too. So stuff like that's really cool. And you know, this brand is slowly being built into something really, really cool. So yeah, we did £3,479 so far. Yeah, with November and December, and that's crazy to me. Like, I was expecting £2,500, or at least that was my goal, and we've smashed that by almost £1,000. Now, what you've got to remember about this is that the actual product themselves are about 70% profit margins. So realistically, with this, I've made like £2,700, something like that. I'm not really sure, something around there. But again, for me, this is just about building a brand and kind of documenting it, so that I can kind of show every aspect of it. I don't do that as much with kind of the I don't do that as much with the Boundless stuff. Now, there's a few reasons for that. Number one is that I'd be directly showing my clients kind of campaigns, and that's not something I want to do. The other one really is that it's quite a boring brand to document. You know, this year has been a record year, or another record year for Boundless, and you know, every year's been that, which is great. But it's just a case of bringing on clients, doing work, and that's kind of it. Whereas with Dough Display, it's quite cool to be able to show the revenue, the social media stuff that we're doing, and various different things. So yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I've also got a cold at the moment. I'm a little bit ill, so trying to like battle through this without losing my breath completely. But just to kind of prove that, yeah, we're here, we're still building it, and I've got some really cool goals kind of for 2024. But they're pretty simple. I mean, like, one of the ones which I've been toying with for a while. I've been thinking about these goals for 2024 and what I want to achieve. And like the number 250,000 in revenue has stuck in my head for the last couple of months. And I definitely think it could be possible, but that's just an obscene number. I mean, me and my friend were talking, about business and stuff, and how like if you were to mention a revenue goal of 250,000 to, the average Joe who has a 9 to 5, it just is so ridiculous for that mindset. And I even think now, like, I'm like 250,000 is a crazy goal, but the goal I set for 2023 we've smashed. And every goal I set for myself is just smashed. I mean, the Dough Display one is a great example. This is a side hustle that's making more than most people are making in their 9 to 5s, which is just crazy. So yeah, 250,000 in total revenue across all the different brands and things that I do throughout 2024. That is the goal. And obviously profit, I'm not sure what I want that to be, but it's very difficult to kind of mark profit. So I think if I say 250k revenue and it ends up being 150k profit, for example, or 100k profit, I'm not going to say no to that. So yeah, that's one of the kind of craziest goals. And I wanted to keep my goal list really short for 2024 because I've done it before where I've kind of sat down, I've made like 25 different goals and this and that and that. And a lot of the time they're not far enough ahead in the future where I get a month down the line and I actually end up just completing it. Or it's something that I've got to do every day. But I think I'm at the point now where I've kind of nailed the habits I'm doing. I'm in a good environment now. And with the business, everything's rolling where I don't really need to start anything new. It's just a case of continuing what I'm doing. I think that's having kind of 2 or 3 goals is a really good way of doing it. And realistically, it's the 250k revenue goal. And then the rest is kind of fitness and personal goals. So where I've moved to now, there's a bunch of really cool places for me to kind of do fitness stuff. I'm going to get into boxing. There's a climbing gym near me as well as a few other gyms as well. So for me, just that fitness goal this year, I'm always onto my fitness anyway, but just stepping it up that little bit more now that I'm in the environment for it and things are running smoothly. I think this year could be a really good year for just building on what I've already done. And I don't want to push the boundaries too much to the point where it's like I'm trying to juggle 25 different goals, just kind of staying on my fitness, learning some fitness skills, I guess, is the way I'm going to do it. Stay committed to that. I'm thinking about doing 75 hard as of the 1st of January. I say thinking about it. The only reason I'm not going to is because of this cold. So as soon as this cold is done, I'm ready to go with 75 hard. And I think it's going to be a really, really good year. So yeah, that's kind of it for this episode. It was just to kind of document what I'm thinking and how my mindset is going into 2024. And just to show that kind of the whole December, November time has been crazy. And I'm ready to kind of just, grow the business, I guess. So hopefully there'll be another video next week. I'm going to try and do these weekly as of 2024, but things get in the way. So I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.